Well, I perceived this from the very start. When I was a young man, I could perceive this in women. I'm a sensitive individual, as you're starting to understand. And so at the top, the girl is trying to reciprocate the player because she wants to, she's let's say in a bar and she wants to have fun, whatever she thinks. But what she really wants is love, right? But she doesn't know how to go about it. She's maybe not even worthy of it, meaning she's not able to receive it. She doesn't love herself, blah, 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 blah. You know the story, okay? So I remember very vividly so many examples, like, well, she's playing at the level, at the surface, like I'm playing to be a player. Now I'm on the weed and I'm on the alcohol, so I don't care right now. I'm like not myself. But I could still perceive. I never totally numb myself. This is tiring. But I could perceive, so at one level she's acting like she wants to just play and fool around, but I could feel something else, and it always bothered me. It perturbed me because I didn't understand. And then I felt I needed to be some kind of therapist. I felt bad. I don't know if I needed to be a therapist, but I was I was receiving something else. And I remember this, at some point I had a girlfriend, my first girlfriend. I was in a relationship with her for some time. And after this, I met with her a few times, and she would ask me, why aren't you dating anybody? And I would tell her about that. At the time, I had never consumed any alcohol or drugs. And she didn't understand. I said, because when I'm with a girl, I feel bad for her. And she would look at me funny. I'm like, yeah, I feel bad for her. And it was not because I was taking advantage of her. I felt bad. I feel bad. And she found I was very odd. I said, I feel bad. She's like in pain. And she didn't understand that. And there was a part of me that had a complex of Captain Save-A-Ho, as we call it, which I don't have now. So that was a little bit in my personality back then. But I was genuinely perceiving something. Now it's tainted with my madness and whatnot, agreed. But I was perceiving, this person is like hurt. And here I am acting like if I don't feel it, and I'm just going to bypass all of this to get some nookie. And I felt like a thief. And technically I was. So I would never follow through on it until I discovered the weed and I discovered alcohol. And then I just didn't give a fuck. It was lovely. Now I finally could achieve the mastership of player that I always wanted. Now I don't care. I'm numb. Nick care. And I could play with the demons. And we had a better time like that. That had its price to pay also. So anyways, what I was saying is that this is there. And every person is traumatized. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's confused. Everybody has deep insecurities. And everybody's put themselves through hardships and situations that have made their pain more high. And what people don't understand is that sexual energy is a form of currency. People need the sexual energy to feed themselves, to pursue their everyday endeavors. So there's a separation that's happened. It's like, it doesn't matter that I'm in pain. I need drugs. So I'm going to go get that drug. I'm going to get that feeling. I'm going to go get that semen so that I can continue to sponsor my lifestyle despite myself. So it's become a form of currency that people use to exchange. They suck off of each other like vampires. Now I understand this and I play that game too. I think I did fairly well for myself. So all this to say, there's so much happening at the same time. But the fact that human beings are traumatized and are hurt, it's a fact. And most people don't want nothing to do with that. If you can perceive it, then what are you going to do? So you have to, when you enter a space with another person, that energy is there. Despite the fiend that may be there, the drug addict that wants to get its fix. And you can play at the drug addict level to a certain degree. But there's a deeper voice. And if you want to have intimacy in the true sense of the word, that means a deeper pleasure, if you'd like to say it like this. You can't stay just at the drug fiend level, at the scratch, rub, lust. It's very boring. It's like eating McDonald's or drinking Coca-Cola. It's like whatever. Once in a while, but it's very unsatisfactory. So sooner or later, you need to take a moment and have a conversation. Exhale, get to know each other. And I'm not talking about we're going to now cry, and when I was young, my father left me in my room. It's not what I'm talking about. It's like it's a deeper relating to one another with a certain kind of soberness. Sometimes there's emotionality, but it's not about emotionality, it's about going deeper into the psyche and better understanding the states of mind that are perpetuating actions of pain and creating leaks in the energetic system. Did you follow that? I think you gotta tap back, -5 seconds, get it over again. Human beings are confused and deeply insecure and hurt. And they need a sacred space where they can discover themselves, better understand their energetic systems, understand their limitations, where there's blockages. And there's nothing greater than that than the sexual arena. However, the sexual arena is a dangerous place. And you don't know who the fuck you'll find yourself with, and you don't know what the fuck is going on with them. And before you stick your cock into somebody, you should, if you're smart, you better get to know a little bit who's that person, because you don't know what you would be getting into. That's all I gotta say about that for now. I've said this before, by the way.